What is up, everybody? We are live, back at it again. Today, Ginger Daily number 3. Thank you guys for being here. We got some more subscriber analysis that we're going to be doing today for the third Ginger Daily. This time, we're going to be doing Falco versus Ice Climbers. Actually, Bird Person. We're going to be analyzing the perspective of Falco against Army, which should be pretty exciting. I'm happy for that. Nice hoodie. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. But yeah, I feel like we can just kind of get right into this one. I'm really excited. This is honestly, and I can say this honestly, this is honestly one of my favorite matchups in the game. I feel like a lot of people dislike this matchup, and I feel like a lot of people don't know how to handle it, so they end up getting cheesed or like wobbled out of bracket, and they get really upset at Ice Climbers. But yeah, I can honestly say that this is one of my favorite matchups in the game. I also very recently played Army, albeit it was on net play, but I played 2 or 3 sets with him, and I don't think I dropped a game. Potentially, maybe I dropped a game one of the sets, but so I feel like I have a decent grasp on like what Army likes to do and some of his tricks in the matchup. I feel like Army specifically is very creative when it comes to Ice Climbers, and he uses Ice Climbers like mobility really, really well. He has a few really tricky desync setups that maybe we can look at too here. But for the most part, the thing is, if you're Falco, your whole thing is that you want to limit Ice Climbers and then take advantage of how bad their character is. So once you limit Army, it doesn't matter that he's Army, right? It doesn't matter how creative he is. He will be stuck in a situation where he has to eat a very bad mix-up for him. So what I'm looking for is a good amount of aggression. I have not seen this yet. What I'm looking for is a good amount of aggression, late aerials. Shine grabs can be very, very good against Ice Climbers as well. But yeah, let's see. Just quickly, I want to see the aggression because I feel like people trap themselves playing very slowly against Ice Climbers and then eventually get hit by like up air, back air, and then they're at 50% off stage and then they die. And it's like, well, you were trying to run away from the threat of the wobble, but in reality, you ended up just kind of dying, right? So I like taking a little bit more aggressive mix-ups. I like to shoot lasers. If you guys want maybe a more in-depth general sense of how to play this matchup, Squid and I did a joint analysis where we analyzed 2 different sets of Falco versus Ice Climbers, if I recall correctly. Or maybe we just looked at Axe versus Pudgy Panda and talked about some of the things that Axe was doing poorly. But yeah, this one should be exciting too. So we are on Fountain Dreams, just very quickly. Bird Person beat Army's Captain Falcon on Yoshi's story before this, but we're going to be analyzing the Ice Climbers now. So side platform position here, it's a little bit tricky against Army specifically. I think he plays these beginning of the game mix-ups very well and has like some big counters to like the general stuff. And what I mean by the general stuff is like generally I do a short hop off fast fall laser at the side platform height, and they try to do the jump off ice block. Almost every Ice Climber says to do the jump off ice block. I don't know why, or run off ice block. And you literally just laser popo, then you jump shine both of them, and then back air separate, and then it's just like easy. But Army does a few tricky things, so we'll kind of see how this all starts out. We can jump into it here. So we get caught by a couple of things here, and this is kind of what I want to talk about. So, this is just Hesitation City. Okay, so I'm going to pretend like my VOD is just working perfectly, and hopefully it just stays working like it is. So this jump off nair right here can get beaten out by a few different things, and if Ice Climbers land on the ground, then with punish you with grab, you could also just get, or land with shield, and then just shield grab your nair. You're just getting wobbled. So this nair is a little bit risky, and like I was saying against Ice Climbers or against Army, you kind of want to stay back and stay out of like the original cheese mix-ups. But like you get knocked away, you stand still and kind of hesitate because you didn't actually react to what happened with that dash attack, and then he hits you again, and you kind of just walk away. This is just hesitation, and good players are very, very good at taking advantage of hesitation. Always have an idea of what you want to do. This seems like kind of an abstract like concept, is like, oh, well, don't hesitate. And then it's like, it's easy to say, well, what should I not hesitate with? But you could have backed off with a full hop here. Essentially, you just want to like return to a neutral state where you feel comfortable, you have the control. Because there's no reason that Ice Climbers should have the control on you. And it only ever happened because you were standing still. But yeah, good players are very quick to take advantage of that sort of hesitation. And then also the first ledge option we see here is just a straight jump off with no aerial. Which I'm a little surprised to see. Or you tried to do a down air kind of later, but he just did a straight up execution test forward smash, and it didn't seem like you had the execution to beat it. Although I'll say I didn't see the first game against his Captain Falcon. Maybe you were doing better off the ledge, and it's something that I'll pay attention to once we get a little bit farther in here. But you literally got hit 3 times. This is what I was talking about when there's that threat of the wobble, and I don't even know if wobbling is legal at this tournament, but like threat of the grab from Ice Climbers, which is still very scary even without wobbling, that leads people to like maybe hesitate a little bit or play a little bit too slow paced. And then they end up getting hit 3 times and then they die. This is kind of the exact concept that I talked about before the match even started. Okay. We get a laser in the corner, accidental laser on the other side, and then Fountain messes us up. So this is really unfortunate in a couple of different ways. First of all, you laser shine. This is like, it might seem like a small thing, but this is actually very important. You have invincibility. You get to get stage position or force a mix-up if you want to. That's essentially what invincibility means. You either get stage position by holding center, or you get to force a mix-up, especially on a character like Ice Climbers who just like have to sit in their shield while you're invincible. So if you're going to be holding the position and holding center, first of all, this laser into shine wasn't good, and then you turn around and actually laser very slowly after that again. I want to see very fast short hop lasers into the corner. There's no reason to be doing the shine. Sometimes like Zoo will like shield pivot in between. It's just very, very, very slow. Make sure that you're practicing doing as fast as possible lasers at a person, because this is how you maintain control. But unfortunately, not only did you shoot the laser in the wrong direction, but you actually shot it so slow that he's having time to move forward anyway. Luckily, he wasn't actually going to be able to hit you. You were spaced pretty far away from him. But the side platform messed you up. This is kind of an awkward situation. Not really sure how to analyze that. Okay. I like all this. This is really, really good. Ooh. Hey, that was actually excellent. Really good recognition of his percent, knowing that he was going to be sent too far there. Good job reading the double jump, too. Potentially even just reacting to the double jump. Luckily, you didn't get jabbed by Nana there either. But I love this, getting underneath him as you shove him off the stage. I think taking advantage of Popo when you can, occasionally, can be really, really, really good. I'm a big proponent of killing Nana in this matchup and then just playing the 100-0 matchup of like Falco versus Sopo. But this was excellent. I like all the spacing that you did. You made a lot out of this opening and corner pressure that you had. So I love that sequence. There was a bit of a weird, rough scramble, but you ended up coming out on top. And a lot of times, a lot of people will come out on top in a scramble, but not know what to do. They're like, oh, I didn't even realize I hit the guy. What am I supposed to do? But you just straight up like 0 to death him, which was fantastic. Okay, using top platform. So be really careful. I'm assuming I'm going to see this at least one more time. So early aerial is you do it 1 out of every 50 aerials, okay? Almost always you want to approaching laser or approaching late aerial. An early aerial like this, the important part here is that you're actually taking on twice as much hit lag. I believe you hit them at different times, right? Yep. So I'm pretty sure here you hit Nana and then hit Popo's shield. Regardless, it's something that can happen. And then you end up just getting shield grabbed. What will generally happen is you hit Popo, and then you both experience hit lag. And then you hit Nana, and then Popo's still in hit stun. The hit lag is over. You miss your shine because you experience double hit lag. Popo grabs you, you get wobbled. If you do late aerial, it just completely avoids that. You're just going to hit both of them at the same time because you're hitting very, very low. And early aerial almost never gets you anything. Like, you're almost never going to be able to combo a shine off of this. Almost always they can get their shield up or something like that. So you want to be really careful. It seems like this worked out for you, but very luckily. So we can appreciate that you got the opening, but he like put up a shield, released his shield, and then you won the mix-up doing this back air here, which was actually very nice on the cross-up. But be extremely, extremely careful doing this. If you had late down air right here, that is an amazing late down air. Also makes it harder for him to whiff punish you as well. So just doing later aerials in general is extremely important against Ice Climbers. Only when you have conditioned them to wave dash into you, I think is doing an early aerial, like what you really want to do. But you have to have like such hard set conditioning. It's difficult to achieve. You essentially have to frustrate them to a point and have them into a position where they have to wave dash into you, and then it'll kind of work out. But yeah, so I love the back air shine. Down air was a decent idea. Taking him for a ride, I actually don't mind this. What I would have liked to see though here, just something small, is I want to see back airs. The closer and closer to the corner they are, the better. And like there was no guarantee that this was going to be like a great punish with this down air, especially because you can't really reaction tech chase ice climbers. So I didn't know if he was going to get knocked down or not at that percent. It was actually very close. Maybe you did know. Actually at 31, okay, it was 47 after the up tilt. But I don't even think this directly comboed. And then the other thing that I want to say here, I would have definitely back aired here. Because the thing is, you shove them out, and then you essentially just get like another sharking opportunity, and then if you hit them one more time, they're dead. Down air and then building up damage over and over and over again just kind of allows them to find more defensive opportunities to like get back into neutral and potentially wobble you again. So keeping separations going with back airs and also keeping them in the corner is really important. But yeah, right here, I would have gone for Nana right here. Definitely, this is just a double jump back air on Nana. She has to double jump right here. You back air her one more time, she's dead. Like guaranteed dead. She's just dead. So like you found, like, I don't know why I want to say prosperity. you found success. Jesus Christ. You found success beating up Popo on the last stock. But like this isn't a position where I feel like you could just straight up 0 to death a Popo. Like from center stage on top platform, sometimes you get a shine off the top. He's not at a percent for that to happen. If you can kill Nana reliably and she's going to use her double jump, you probably just should. And again, not going for Nana. I don't know if I love it. I do like that you're getting consistent damage on the Popo. I think that like the down smash probably wasn't in reaction to the roll. I think you just kind of did it. Kind of unfortunately, it might have even been an attempted short hop down air. I'm not sure. But you had like a big opportunity, like late back air top platform here, and then just back air Nana again. And then here's the thing. I want you to imagine like the two scenarios, right? Here, you're beating up Popo, and there's a chance maybe he like rolls into you and you randomly get a down smash or something. Or you back air Nana, she's a CPU, you back air her again, she's dead. Now you're fighting Sopo at 67% and you're at 20. It's like, this is impossible to lose. Like, well, not impossible. Army's very good, he has a good Sopo and everything, but Falco at least does extremely well against Sopo. Maybe the best character in the game against Sopo. So if you can actually just freely kill the Nana, it's very, very good. Now, something I will say that you're doing excellently is separating them and like getting Popo far away from Nana, which is why I'm recognizing these situations where you could have gone for Nana, is because you're hitting Sopo so far away, it gives you the opportunity to then hit Nana with no risk. It's not like Popo's just dash dancing here waiting for you to like actually try and hit her so you can like full hop up air you and then do some weird ice climbers bullshit. It's like you hit him, he's in knockdown. This is like back air. He's like struggling to get over there, and you hit him again as he comes towards you. Like, this is a very good situation to be beating up the Nana. And like I said, this kind of just randomly worked out. I love the charge forward smash there, actually. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Excellent down tilt, too. Catching him coming in on you. Let's see. Love the forward smash. Don't love the down air. But the down tilt was like a decent zoning technique, or a zoning tool, especially at this percent. Whatever you get hit by, if you're holding down, it's not really going to matter. So randomly, I very, very much like this. I think a laser forward tilt would have been maybe a little bit more consistent, and maybe you wouldn't have had to eat such a mix-up, but your spacing was very good. You were outside of his threat range. You put out a decently large attack. Now, down tilt's not generally a zoning tool, but against a character with such small hitboxes like Ice Climbers, it actually works out pretty well. Yeah, I don't know if you necessarily chose the up smash here to separate them so you could kill the Nana. If so, very good idea. But if you were just trying to like continue the combo on Popo here, I would have loved to see Shine Waveland top platform to probably up air and he's like maybe dead. But regardless, that was a very well played stock, and I think you're doing really well off the separations. So that was really good. Okay, I actually don't mind running through him. Down smash probably seemed not intentional either. It could have been, but luckily, again, this kind of situation works out for you. Yeah, I definitely don't mind running past him. Here's what I will say, though. If you're going to run past somebody, dash wave dash. Dash wave dash is very fast. And also, it's very tricky because you can always dash wave dash back. So you always have this mix-up of doing a thing. When you commit to this run, it ends up being kind of slow. Dash wave dash is, I think, Falco's second fastest way to get across the stage. I think dash short hop is his actual fastest way. I'm pretty sure, but it is much faster, and it's very good at getting past slower characters like ice climbers and stuff like that. So if you're gonna run past somebody, dash wave dash, because he almost gets you, but that's okay. Nice. Oh no, this is prime time, man. This is the type of opening. I talked about this in my most recent analysis where I said, when you get a punish like this, you need to hone in. This is a one-player game. He is in hit stun. You can react and hit him with whatever you'd like. Like, hone in. You're like, okay, got the shine. What am I going to do? And like, oh no, Waveland top platform wasn't even necessarily a good idea. I would have loved to just see a back air here. Or what I would have really loved to see is like a full hop shine back air to separate the two. But a back air to the corner would have been excellent. Lots of damage too. Let me just look at this descent again. You came down with a laser, it looks like. Yeah, the laser didn't actually come out, but that's fine. Late aerial or coming down with like a tomahawk shine here even is just very, very good, which is essentially what you did. I don't even necessarily need to tell you because it's not something that you just messed up here, but a lot of people will just come down with a down air right here because that's what you do in 90% of matchups, right? You just try to land behind them and like come down with an early down air or something. But against ice climbers, you almost never want to be doing like high aerials on their shield, almost ever. Like sometimes there's utility in doing it against other characters, but against ice climbers, it's generally not a good idea. But very good not doing it. So this is I think that you lose this match. This is the thing. This is why I'm so upset at this one little situation is because if you back air him right here and get a separation and kill Nana, you're like up 3 stocks to 1, and you already are up a game. Like this is the sort of moment that is like game ending, and especially if you got the full hop shine back air here, the game's like almost over. So it's extremely unfortunate that this doesn't actually pan out. Because like I said, the more opportunities you give him to like get back into neutral, the more opportunities he has to like grab combo wobble you or whatever. Oh my goodness, this is decently risky. Let me just go back here 1 second to see exactly how the situation came to be. Down air, I don't mind. I really, really do like just back airing them away farther and farther. I'd really like you to experiment with that a little bit and see like the kind of success you find. It keeps the two ice climbers. See how you down aired them here and they're very close together? They're closer to syncing up. They're closer to getting back to neutral. If you back air here, Popo's like up in the stratosphere. Oh, over by my webcam. Like way over here. And Nana has to like run over and catch up. You just forward smash Nana. You edge guard Popo. You forward smash Nana again. You back air Popo one more time. The stock is over, right? This makes it so like you're dropping into Nana doing some weird shenanigans. She happens to forward smash. Maybe ice climbers have it attack in a way that you didn't read. He ends up grabbing you. It's just like there's a lot more complication to like trying to combo ice climbers as if they're Marth or something like that. Yeah. So just be a little careful, like down airing to the platform as much and try to like back air a little bit more often. I will say spaced forward smash is decent in this matchup. I don't love to do it because you generally don't have to take on that kind of risk. And with him already in shield right here, this was an excellent opportunity to approaching late nair, shine grab, or some good mix up like that. Like this is a great situation to approach with late aerial. Because if they want to hit you, they're like fastest aerial out of shield that they're going to be able to like out prioritize you with his forward air. It's so slow. Like they could do nair out of shield or something, but it's not going to convert to anything. It gets beaten out by all of your aerials. So yeah, this is a great opportunity to late nair shine grab. But space forward smash, like I said, not bad. And he wave dashes into you and he's too slow and you get the down smash out. This is just, I don't know if these down smashes are intentional, but this one was actually decent. Oh, I don't know if you tried to forward smash or not. But forward smash would have been excellent. I think that you know it would have been excellent. Like if I pause here and say, okay, well, actually just like right here and say, okay, what should you do? I don't think you'd say dash attack Nana. So this matchup is just essentially, it's I talk about the Marth matchup in a similar way, where it's just a bunch of little simple things over and over and over again. And if you mess up one of the little simple things, then things can go very wrong for you. So like here, all you had to do is press left on the C stick, and you've essentially won the match. Right? Like Popo on the ledge, 87%. Nana's dead. You're at 50 with 3 stocks. Like this match is almost over. And it's like you mess up this one little thing you're holding down, and Army very quickly recognizes the situation, back airs you for it. You end up holding down. Even if you weren't, you were going to eat an edge guard with both of the ice climbers still alive. So a little unfortunate here. I will say you're still very much in the lead. You've still been doing a lot of good things. Popo's still at high percent. Ice Climbers, here's the thing that I actually really like about comboing Popo as well, is that the Ice Climbers are at 2 different percents right now. Now, this could happen if you combo Nana as well, as opposed to comboing Popo. But if they are at different percents, every time you hit them is a huge separation, because one of them will go very far and the other one won't go very far at all. So having them at different percents is actually very preferable. And so that's the situation that we've been set up into. So he rolls here. Now, what I like to see to cover yourself, if you're ever like whiffing, is holding up and just like spamming up. Because if you get hit by this blizzard, you should SDIB in the air and then double jump out. There should be no risk of him doing a wave dash grab mix-up, and it almost happens. Also, if he comes over and wave dash jab grabs, you just double jump out if you're holding up and mashing up. So essentially, like if Ice Climbers are ever like attempting to whiff punish you, unless they're getting a literal raw grab, which is hard for them to get, especially because you have so many large zoning tools and stuff like that, like you just did an auto cancel back air, holding up is very, very, very effective. Okay, I like that. Oh, no. Okay, this is the time to go in. You gotta play aggressive. You lasered him, like laser down tilt, it's maybe not even gonna kill at this percent. Maybe it will, but he's too far away. It's like you have the distance separated, you have him in shield, you have him in laser stun. Like this is an approaching laser or a late nair every single time. Make sure that you're doing these really good approaches. You're setting up the situations really well on the ground where you're setting up the laser control, you have the frame advantage, and then you like forward smash here or down tilt here instead of like doing a more consistent thing with like the late aerial or approaching laser. I know I've already harped on this like 3 times or something, but it's literally game changing. And you do like a half approach down, or I don't know if you messed up your execution, but regardless, there was hesitation involved. This down tilt happened, you waited down air, and you're like, down tilt again. And the down tilt worked the first time, but you were only having to worry about the Popo mix-up. You only ever had to worry about Popo grabbing you. And it looks like Nana actually grabs you here, right? Or no, it was Popo. Classic. And exactly how I was talking about how it's difficult for Ice Climbers to raw grab you. If you do things like raw down tilt, you might get grabbed. Now, when you did this against Popo, I didn't care if you got grabbed. You're at 24%, you get up throw dash tacked, and maybe the platform gets in the way of the dash tack too, so you take the up throw. Nothing happens. If both Ice Climbers are here, you needed to play a quite a bit differently. More laser forward tilts, especially at these sorts of percents. More laser into approaching late aerials. More laser grabs. And it might seem like these things are more committal than doing a down tilt in place, but in reality, they're much, much safer because of the toolkit that Ice Climbers have. So yeah, this is extremely unfortunate. Actually, really good recognition by Army to get this chain grab here. Expecting you to hold in. But this is incredibly unfortunate. This was, I want you to recognize, look at the screen and see the wobble happening. I want you to recognize that this is off of you having an advantageous situation. You were in advantage state and you could have forced an aggressive option, but instead you were trying to zone him out with kind of a laggier attack that left you vulnerable. This is why hesitation gets destroyed by not only top players, but Ice Climbers, and why playing aggressive in this matchup is so important. Like, when I beat Chu at main stage, which I think is one of the best displays of Falco versus Ice Climbers that's ever been, and I know that might sound conceited or whatever, but I'm just saying that, like, looking at the VOD would be very beneficial. At least games 3 and 4. If you look at those games, the only thing going through my head, and I actually did this for the entire tournament, but the only thing going through my head against Chu was, I'm just going to run at him, stay aggressive. I'm just going to run at him, stay aggressive, right? And so I have these situations, and you might think like I'm laser camping sometimes, but I'm waiting for the separation or the desync, and then I go in every single time. Or I have them in the corner, and I hold position, then I go in at a random time. So I'm trying to set up the control that you just had here so that I can go in. And so you should be looking for those opportunities too, because Falco just absolutely destroys Ice Climbers in those spots. And here's like a classic thing that I see from a lot of like non-top 100 players is once people are at high percent, they start swinging. Like, oh, if I just want the stock to be over. If I just hit it with a forward smash, he's just dead. When in reality, you have them at 100, they're at different percents. If you even laser forward tilt, he's probably just dead too. You hit him off stage, they're desynced, you probably kill Nana, and then you edgeguard Popo, and he's just dead. It might take a little bit longer. It might require a little bit more precision than just laser forward smashing, but it's much, much, much more consistent. So you've done all the work to win this match, and I just don't want you to throw it away by doing all these committal things like these down tilts and forward smashes. Interesting back here you just did there. Oh my goodness. That was a very interesting situation. I like that you went for the grab though. Yeah, I actually like that grab a lot. Kind of a weird situation with the light shield push off here. Let me just see this back air setup that he did here. I don't know if this was necessarily intentional, but... Yep, so this actually is intentional. So Army does this setup where he rolls with Popo and does a back air out of shield with Nana. When you're on the back side of Ice Climber's shield, it's almost a little bit trickier than if you're on the front side of their shield. So check this out. If you're on the back side of the shield, they only have back air out of shield. There's no threat of anything else, literally anything. So they are going to back air out of shield nearly 100% of the time if they're not rolling. So I like to just stay out of back air out of shield range, which is about here, exactly where you are. I'd wave dash down here. And the thing is, Popo rolls, and he would have been exactly where you were. So just stay outside of the back air out of shield range, and this doesn't even matter. This back air roll thing doesn't matter. You end up just hitting Popo for rolling, and then Nana's like desynced already. So it's actually just very bad for him. But just pay attention to when you're on the backside of their shield to be a little bit more careful because they have a little bit more range, a little bit more priority with that back air to shield. That actually auto cancels too. So you need to be careful because they can actually like back air down smash, then you're at 50, right? And it seems a little bit counterintuitive. Let's say that you're on the backside of a Marth shield. That's amazing. You have no threat of being grabbed. And it might think, you might think too, well, yeah, but I don't want to get grabbed by Ice Climbers either. The thing is, your short hop goes over their grab, so you can do like short hop late aerials and short hop fadeaway aerials and like essentially never get grabbed. All of your aerials are much larger than anything they have coming out in front of them, especially their grab. It's very, very small. And you can do an approaching laser and just kind of like beat them up if you're directly in front of them. So, and they can't just do a back air out of shield and hit you out of your laser. So it might seem like, well, yeah, the big threat is the wobble. I don't want to get grabbed. Oh, I'm on the backside of their shield. I can't get grabbed. And it's like, well, little situations like this happen where you nearly get wobbled here. So I just want to highlight that, like, be very careful in that situation because it almost turned into something bad. I will say, I think that you held up here during the jab grab attempt here from Army. Let me just make sure that's the case. One more time. Yeah, that was really nice. I love jumping away from the jab grab because jab grab should never work. Neither should Blizzard grab. You just SDI up and away. You're just gone. Nice. So let's see how you choose to avoid invincibility here. No. Okay, so wave landing side platform is a trap against Ice Climbers. Oh no, I don't even want to look at your face. Oh, it looks so sad. So wave landing on side platform is just a trap against Ice Climbers. A lot of times they're going to wave land grab you, or just land turn around grab you. I'm not sure exactly which one they do or whatever. I honestly just really like either going to the ledge or full hopping in the corner and then doing either a double jump up B mix up or a double jump to the top platform mix up, or like a fast fall run past the mix up or just a fast fall wave dash back to ledge mix up. Almost never is like landing on a platform a good idea. You're just eating a mix up that you really don't have to eat. So you have to be very, 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 very careful. Looks like you quit out, which is unfortunate. I always give people, I can understand why you're frustrated. I want you to recognize that you did a lot of good things. I feel like I didn't even have that much to add a lot of the time because certain times were like scrambles that you could have avoided by doing some of the stuff that I was talking about, doing a little bit more of the set plays with the late aerials and stuff like that. But honestly, I want you to recognize that you did a lot of really good things. I just think that you could have taken advantage of those advantageous positions way harder than you did. And that's something that you really can push a lot. You have Ice Climbers. Think about it while you're on the Halo pad. All right, Ice Climbers are at 97%. Both of them are at different percents. I hit them with one nair. They're dead. They're desynced. Popo's off stage. This is everything I could ever want all the time. Don't go for those big laser forward smashes. Don't go for hard commitments. Don't go for like the laser down tilts. Those are all leaving you in situations where he has the opportunity to grab you. All you have to avoid to win, just think about the win condition. All you have to do to win is avoid the grab. This is all it is. It's like all you have to do is avoid the grab. And unfortunately, you got put into two situations where you got grabbed. And then the other thing is like basic, like if you have the separation and you have all the time in the world to hit them, do the simple thing, back air them off stage, forward smash them off stage. Just make sure, like I said, it's very similar to the Marth matchup where it's like a bunch of small, kind of precise things over and over and over again. And as long as you just never mess them up, then you just destroy Ice Climbers. You just destroy them. They essentially can't move all the time. They have to eat a billion mix-ups that they don't want to eat. You end up like reading one of their rolls, they just die for it. You get separation so easily as Falco. Popo's just scrambling to try and catch up to the Nana, and you're just lasering Popo as you beat up Nana with back airs on the other side of the stage. Like, that's what it could be looking like. And you have like the first part down. You're like, you set up the situation, they're in shield in the corner with laser, stun, and it's like, well, something happens that was a little weird. And it's like, well, just do the set play, run the set play. Laser approaching late nair. And don't dash dance, then go in first. I didn't see this from you, but a lot of people do that, and it gives the Ice Climbers the opportunity to actually have the time to hit you. Stay aggressive, move towards them, late aerial shine grab. The thing is, too, I almost never saw like a conventional opening on them. It was almost like, okay, there's a scramble situation, I held down, got a shine, and then from there, you were working them. There were a couple spots where like you could have worked them a bit harder, and I also would have liked if you beat up Nana a little bit harder. But getting the openings and having the separations, you did a pretty good job at. So if you have any pointed questions about things that I didn't necessarily notice, or if anything seemed confusing to you that I talked about, feel free to reach out to me. I really think like, man, do you end up winning this set? You take him back to Fountain, which I don't really love, but that's okay. Yeah, no, he ends up beating you. That's the top player thing. Wobble you last stock when you had all the control of the entire game, and then just so happens that he takes advantage of you the next game. So that's a little unfortunate. Yeah, I really hope that this analysis helped you, and thank you guys for watching.